everyone, welcome to my Diablo 4 guide for Lash Sorcerer. So today I'm going to show you my build. My build evolves around fast auto attacks with Lash and ball lightning spawning everywhere and zapping everything. If you like this kind of playstyle, then this build is for you. And using Ice Armor, Teleport, Frost Nova and Flame Shield as my defensive cooldowns. And we're using Unstable Currents, which is like a god mode for 10 seconds. As for gear, we're aiming for cooldown reduction and basic attack skill speed on head. For chest, we want damage reduction, armor and life. On gloves, we want attack speed, lucky hit and critical strike chance. On legs, we want defensive skills and ranks of ball lightning. On boots, you really want some damage reduction or ranks to teleport or frozen nova or stuff like that. For wand, you want the highest damage per second you can get, and for stats you want damage to crowd control, stunned, damage to close, vulnerable damage and stuff like that. This is also not the best you can get. For wand, you want to have attack speed and cooldown reduction and also higher damage per second. For ring, you want critical strike damage, critical strike chance and other damage bonuses to close enemies or to lightning damage. Vulnerable damage also, same as the other one. Damage to frozen is also really good. For amulet, you also want cooldown reduction, and you basically want defensive skills on amulet, but as you can see I have damage because I didn't get the better one yet. But you want like damage reduction from burning, cooldown reduction is also a must have, because in this build I'm going to show you a gameplay. Like you saw in my last video, you also have 100% uptime on Unstable Currents, which is really broken, and your other abilities are also greatly reduced cooldown wise, so you basically spam the abilities all the time and survivability is really great. I'm going to show my talents. So you want 5 points in Lash. This is our main damage skill. Enhanced Lash, Glinting Lash. This is really a must-have. For this allows us to spam our abilities like crazy. And we have another talent later down the tree. I'm going to tell you about that one. We are taking 1 point in Charge Bolt, so we can access Enhanced Charge Bolts and Destructive Charge Bolts for damage reduction, which is really great. While we have our ultimate up, Charge Bolts are also cast, and it works really great. It synergizes really well. Our defensive skills, Flame Shield, Enhanced Flame Shield, movement speed is busted. Shimmering Flame Shield for healing a little bit when stuff gets tough. You know how that Sorc life is. Teleport, Enhanced Teleport for also cooldown reduction for just jumping across the map all the time. Shimmering Teleport for that damage reduction, again, because damage reduction on Sorc is pretty valuable. And Flame Shield also grants you Unstoppable, and Flame Shield and breaks CCs, and Teleport also breaks CCs, which is pretty OP. We take Ice Armor, Frost Nova. It's a perfect skill for every build, really. You get Enhanced Frost Nova for further reducing cooldown, and you get Mystical Frost Nova for making enemies vulnerable, and bosses also for that damage multiplier. We take 1 point in Align the Elements for damage reduction against elites. And protection, I think this is the best talent in the game. As for defense, we have very low cooldowns on our abilities with this build, and you're constantly getting barrier up, so this is really broken, I think, and probably will get nerfed. Conjuration Mastery is also free damage increase, because when you have your Unstable Currents, Lightning Spear is always up, so free damage there. We are taking Inner Flames, so we can get Devouring Blaze, which increases our critical strike damage against burning, and our enemies are always burning. Because we take Firebolt, and we use it as our enhance slot. You don't put it on bar, we just use it for enhance slot to get that burning damage on enemies. Next, 5 points in ball lightning. We get enhanced ball lightning because of attack speed bonus, which is also really great because we get a lot of attack speed from our gear and paragons. And also we get Wizard's Ball Lightning to collect Cracking Energy, because our Cracking Energy reduces our cooldowns further, so we can get that almost 100% uptime on Unstable Currents. We take Unstable Currents, Prime Unstable Currents for that juicy attack speed buff, and Supreme Unstable Currents. Cursing Currents is also really great because critical strike chance is one of our most important stats for damage. This we take also for damage reduction, and this we take just for some extra CC. For Paragon I will put you a link to Diablo 4 build planner, so the video won't be too long, and I will update my Paragon board there further as I level. For our enhancements, we are going to take Ball Lightning enhancement and Firebolt enhancement. This is our second source of damage because our critical strikes have a chance to spawn static Ball Lightning, and that's why critical strike chance is one of our must-have offensive stats. And this provides burning effect for getting burning damage bonus in talent and in Paragon board. As for legendary aspects, I will show which one to use on screen while showing some awesome gameplay. So here is a demonstration how you have almost infinite uptime on your Unstable Currents. So here we pop it, we kill a bunch of mobs. As you can see, cooldown is going down. Wait till we engage our next pack of monsters. We pop it again. As you can see, survivability is really good because we are constantly spamming our abilities. And our ultimate is off cooldown once again, and just rinse and repeat. The more mobs you have, the higher damage and more abilities you can spawn. As you can see, our ultimate is once again on 15-second cooldown. So this is the Arc Sorcerer build, and for more builds like this you can subscribe to my channel. I plan to make a Meteor build that is pretty much like Arc Lash but uses one special trick. So you can stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching. Leave a feedback in the comments and your thoughts on the build, and thank you. See you.